So as a member of parliament, whenever I hear the Prime Minister making a giant funding announcement, as he did yesterday, it's my job to figure out what he's spending the money on, if it's a good use of tax dollars, and try to hold him to account one way or the other. So yesterday, there was a big announcement in the news that the Prime Minister committed $850 million, so nearly $1 billion of your tax dollars, to a European Union fundraising drive to ostensibly support global efforts to find a solution to solve COVID-19. A laudable goal. All of us want to see that happen. Here's the thing, I can't find too many details on exactly where all this money is going, but the closest thing I can find is in a CTV article here. It says the funding will be provided to several global health organizations, and in other articles it's suggesting that a big chunk of this money is going to the World Health Organization. Now, I need to note that in recent days, one of the WHO's top officials who has ties to Canada, Dr. Bruce Aylward, he has refused to appear in front of parliamentary committee, to the point where my colleague Matt Jonaru has had to move motions to try and compel him to come and testify in front of committee. Some of the excuses that I believe have been used is, well, he can't get there. Well, nobody can get there right now. Surely you can hop on your phone and participate in a parliamentary committee, given that the Prime Minister is pledging hundreds of millions of dollars to the organization that you're ostensibly part of. There are many serious questions that the world should be asking the WHO right now. I've said this before. I remember being in the House of Commons in late January when the Canada's public health officials were saying that there was no human-to-human transmission of COVID-19. That was the data that the WHO and the line that the WHO was pushing, and that was late January. We know for a fact that there was human-to-human transmission happening right there. I mean, you didn't need to be an epidemiologist to look at what was happening in Wuhan to understand that there was human-to-human transmission happening. You know, the line that was saying the risk to humans are low. Those are things that, like, ostensibly, again, the World Health Organization should be providing factually correct data on. You know, I think about all of the things that the WHO has said over the last several months that, you know, cost Canadians the economy and lives, like shutting the border would be something that wouldn't work to stop the spread of COVID. There are so many questions that we need to ask the WHO. This guy isn't appearing before Parliament, and then the Prime Minister has the audacity to send God knows how much of your tax dollars to this organization when they can't even be troubled to get on FaceTime or whatever app they're using and be held accountable for their decisions. That's just dereliction of duty. It's ridiculous. There should be nobody of any political stripe who thinks that that's an acceptable way for a G7 democracy to handle things. If I was in charge, I would have said, hey, WHO, you want some more money? Oh, do you? Oh, that's very interesting, because we've got some pretty big questions for you about how you're operating right now. You better testify at a bare minimum, I mean, the fact, if Trudeau is sending them money without this guy coming and testifying, it blows my mind. So, share this video and let people know who, you know, again, might be apolitical, that at the very least, we shouldn't be expending, especially at a time when we're in a situation now as a country where we're spending so much money that there's legitimate questions on how we're going to be able to sustain the spending and or pay it back. That at a time when we have that situation, the Prime Minister is choosing to send much more money to an organization that won't even answer basic questions about its efficacy. It won't even have the basic respect to respect our Parliament. That's a pretty bad decision. That's not a decision that anybody should accept. And, you know, Justin Trudeau, if you're watching this, you know, pick up the phone and go, hey, you want money? Get your ass in front of Parliament. Ridiculous. Working hard for you. Have a great day.